Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the final cut. Come with me to a galaxy not so far away. In fact, it's right here on Earth, where we get to enjoy, finally, the long-awaited film from Patrick Read Johnson, who wrote and directed 5/25/77. This autobiographical mash-up of Patrick Read's childhood when he was the fortunate person to be one of the first people to see the stuff, the props and that would eventually be shown in the little-known film as Star Wars. But it's not just about that. It is about how this character, Pat Johnson, is making films in his backyard with an 8mm camera, and why he makes those films, and how talented he is, and the troubles he has trying to make these films, and describe his passion to his small town friends who don't quite understand him, but they still care for him. He has a family who also think he's just strange. Some of them encourage his passion, while others are just trying to avoid him because he's weird. And we see all the trials and tribulation that Pat Johnson goes through as he tries to get the girl, get the dream job, and get in touch with one of his all-time favorite people, while also exploring his passion and trying to figure out how he can do it for a living. 5/25/77. What I can say right now is, damn you, Patrick Read Johnson. Damn you! You made me weepy. Doesn't happen often in films. It was unexpected as well, but as this film played out, we hit to one point in the film that involved the real life happenings, and yeah, suddenly I found myself weepy. Maybe it was dust in my vents, I'm not sure, but when we see young Pat Johnson discovering things that would eventually become the special effects in Star Wars, it made me a bit weepy. I've grown up with Star Wars. It was the first film I saw. I was 2.5 years old, impressionable age. Don't remember much about it, but it's been in my DNA. So maybe that's why part of it hit the heartstrings so hard. But also part of it is because Pat Johnson is played by John Francis Daley, and he puts in a wonderful, solid, layered performance where he feels like a real teenager who just loves film so much. This film isn't just about a Star Wars lover. It talks about a passion, those who are passionate about film. And you feel that come through with John Francis Daley's performance. You connect with it. You feel sympathy for him. You're saying, no, don't do that dumb act, you crazy teenager. I really connected with this character quite a bit, and what he went through, and him trying to explore his overactive imagination and putting it to use. Maybe that's what it is, but it really connected. And the last third of this film, I was really having a tough time with the eyes, because especially when we get to the one of the final scenes in here involving him and his best friend near the end, it got me emotional again. So congratulations, Patrick Read Johnson. This film is everything I would hope it would be, and was worth the wait. And everybody else does great in here too. Janet Johnson, his mom, is played by Colleen Camp, and wow, what a wonderful, a loving performance she puts in. It was great to see her on screen, and she just feels so much like the mom who wants to encourage her kid and hates seeing him go through the normal teenage roller coaster ride, as well as dealing with the fact that he's the weird one of town. I love the dynamic between Pat Johnson and his friend. Herb Lightman is a character that shows up in here, played by Austin Pendleton. Austin does fantastic in here too. It was great seeing him on screen. He nails every scene. And this is a film that's not just for Star Wars lovers, though many of you will connect. It's for fans of film and those looking for a solid coming-of-age story. This is it. This is, I figured it would be good. I didn't think it would be as moving for me as it was. So that was a nice surprise. There's some wonderful homage scenes that Patrick works in here, a scene that takes place in real life that has a feel to a Steven Spielberg film involving aliens. I'm not going to say what, but let's just say, yeah, I dug the way it was framed and everything. I caught it. And he uses miniatures in here as well for some of the scenes where we're exploring Pat Johnson's imagination. And just some regular scenes. There's miniatures used in here just like there were used in Star Wars. So this is definitely a passion project. That passion comes through and it pays off. I dug this film. I'm glad I own the Blu-ray. Look for a Discovery Edition episode possibly soon if I can get to it in time. But in general, it's on VOD, it's on disc. Get it if you are looking for film fans out there and sci-fi geeks in general. If you're looking for a film that is speaking your language for when you were a kid, this one is definitely it. Even his relationship with girls, I related a little bit too much to. So there you have it, folks. Highly recommend 52577. Check it out. Please support indie films in general. Check out our Patreon if you haven't already, and like, subscribe, and all that here. I thank you for your support. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub